If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Imagine the hum of a Manhattan penthouse elevator, the flicker of a champagne flute under low light, the click of high heels on marble as deals are made not just for dollars, but for hearts. In Materialists, Lucy, played by Dakota Johnson, is a professional matchmaker in New York, someone whose job it is to pair busy, high-net-worth clients with their ideal partner. Height, salary, education and all, in a world where love begins with a spreadsheet. Welcome to Film Brief. I'm your host, Nicholas Buggs, and today we're diving into Materialists, a story about ambition, desire, class, and the cost of trying to choose the perfect partner. Director Celine Song of Past Lives takes us into the glittering, ruthless world of luxury dating in New York City. Dakota Johnson features as a matchmaker whose own romantic life is on pause until she reunites with her ex-boyfriend John, played by Chris Evans, a struggling actor making ends meet by catering weddings. As if the time couldn't be any better, or any worse, she finds herself drawn into a love triangle when Harry, played by Pedro Pascal, a charming, wealthy financier, enters the scene. What begins as a shiny romantic comedy quickly shifts in tone with the skyscraper view from above hiding the cracks beneath. Though the mood is sleek with fanciful cocktail parties and curated wardrobes, underneath lies insecurity, social expectation, fear of missing out, and one burning question. What do you sacrifice when you treat love like a commodity? The setting, New York City, is more than a backdrop. It's a character in itself, full of light and lofty dreams, but also full of shadows and missed connections. The tone is both glossy and sobering, offering a modern love story with a calculating heart. Celine Song, a Canadian-Korean writer-director, follows her acclaimed debut of Past Lives with this second feature, reaching deeper into the terrain of intimacy, identity, and now class. What's interesting is how Song uses the conventions of a romantic comedy, matchmaking, meet-cutes, glamorous settings, and deliberately tilts them into a quiet critique of our era's marketplace of love. As one review puts it, it's a muted drama dressed up in rom-com trappings. Song has said in interviews that her experience working as a matchmaker gave her the impetus to ask, when you're weighing checkboxes, like height, salary, background, and status, for example, is the heart just another asset? Her visual style remains polished, a return collaboration with cinematographer Shabir Kirshner on 35mm film. But the surface gloss belies a sharper, emotional logic underneath. Song's aim? To hold a mirror to the way romantic yearning and capitalist drive intersect, to show that love in the modern age isn't just about chemistry, but sometimes about calculus. Hey, don't worry, there won't be a quiz at the end. It's really apparent in this film. Dakota Johnson as Lucy is quietly compelling. Her performance is restrained but volcanic beneath the frost of professionalism. She plays someone who builds romantic futures for others while her own heart collects dust. The precision of her public face cracks in private, and Johnson gives us those small moments of collapse. One extended glance, one misplaced laugh, one unspoken word, each one speaking volumes. Chris Evans as John brings a warm, everyman vulnerability. He's charming, messy, hopeful, still chasing his actor dream, still wanting for the phone to ring. His physical ease and charisma provide a counterbalance to the world Lucy inhabits. It's not flashy, but it's deeply human. Pedro Pascal as Harry, the wealthy suitor, lingers in sharp contrast. Pristine suits, confident trophy husband projection, but with an undercurrent of something intangible missing. Pascal's performance is magnetic. You sense he has everything the world says to want, yet you also sense the cost. Supporting performances, small roles of clients, cocktail party guests, matchmakers, all help populate this world with background against which our protagonist's emotional clarity stands out. The entire cast together elevate the central triangle into something that feels lived in, even amid this stylized veneer. One critic writes, "Yes, these are beautiful people wearing beautiful clothes in beautiful places, but the truth behind the decisions they make can be quite ugly." For the filmmakers listening, there's a lesson here. Performance isn't always the big explosion of emotion. Often it's the stillness, the interior fracture, the tiny micro moment when everything shifts. Song gives the actors room to inhabit that space. Materialists premiered June 2025 in the US and was brought to us by A24. Critically, the film gets a complex response. Many praised its sharp observations about modern love and class, with one review calling it a mature deconstruction of the conventional rom-com, while others found it uneven, specifically that its formal polish and ambition sometimes overshadow the emotional core. According to published data, the film has grossed over $100 million worldwide, marking a strong commercial showing for a film with a $20 million budget. Conversation around the film has expanded into culture, with debates over whether the film is critiquing the dating marketplace or whether it inadvertently glamorizes the very world it seeks to examine. For filmmakers, it's a reminder. Theme matters. Audiences may engage with what you say about the world as much as what world you show. So why should filmmakers, film students, and indie creators care about Materialists? Because it's emblematic of where film is right now. The blending of genre, rom-com, with critique, capitalism of relationships, the upscale look married to emotional vulnerability, the way craft and commentary can coexist. For independent creators wrestling with finding a thematic premise for your next film, Materialists invites you to consider making something entertaining and reflective. It demonstrates how you can work inside genre expectations while also subverting them. You can invite viewers in by painting the facade of a genre they know and love, and then unmask the humanity behind it. If you haven't seen Materialists yet, I encourage you to watch it with your creator mind engaged. Note how the camera lingers, how the silence holds weight, and how costuming and setting reveal character. Watch how a rom-com can help an audience ask deeper questions about their own lives and their own values. Materialists is now available on Prime Video. With that said, I'd appreciate it if you would show us some love here at the Make It Podcast by following us on your favorite podcast app, YouTube, or any of our social accounts. Just look for the Make It Podcast and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with your friends. This episode was brought to you by our ebook, Mastering Film Marketing, a filmmaker's guide to crafting impactful marketing campaigns for independent films. Check the show notes for the link. To our filmmaking friends, fans, family, and followers out there, be better, be creative, be engaged. And thank you for listening.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.